This is a pretty big day for us. We don't typically do this sort of thing. The reason that we're here today is last night we were fortunate, the City Council passed the first rescinding or removal of a restrictive plat, a restrictive covenant from a plat document in the state of Oklahoma. So essentially throughout the early days of the 1900s, these restrictive covenants were used all throughout the country, essentially to keep certain people from living in certain areas. And you'd find them on documents all throughout our country, and then we have plenty here in our community. So over the past couple of years, we've been working with lots of partners here locally at the state, and we're very thankful that laws were changed to be able to remove these things from these documents, even though they've not been enforceable or legal for many, many decades.
Practice of writing restrictive ordinances kept black people or other races out of neighborhoods, and it took off nationally at a dizzying pace. But because the cogs of time move very slowly, we are here today, a century later, facing that history, not hiding from it. Time has marked several advances in nullifying this restrictive wording. Lawmakers have worked on this in 1948, 1968, even in 2021, laws were changed, but the ramifications of that wording has not fully disappeared. Edmond is the first city to have begun the process of removing such wording so that property owners like Mr. Frost will not have to feel discriminated against in the future and will feel welcomed here. So these words, they're being erased from the paperwork, but the lessons should not be erased. History is our teacher. History helps people envision a better future, and Edmond envisions a future without racial wording. Hopefully today, by removing the first restrictive covenant that dates back to 1909, and we have 19 more to go, other communities will see our example and feel like they can take similar steps.
This is something that we felt was just very easy, very common sense, and very appropriate as we are reflecting on our history across the state and across the country and how we move forward in a responsible way.
It's been an interesting process. I want to thank the City of Edmond for all their help in getting this legislation passed, and thank my colleagues in the legislature. It's been the closest thing to unanimous bills that we've ever seen. And again, we're not trying to erase or cover up the past. We're trying to acknowledge it and make things better for the future. And I just want to say thank you for everybody who's helped.
History, it's good, it's bad, it's ugly, but let's grow on it. Let's not keep multiplying the ugliness of what's there. Let's learn from it. And let's continue to be leaders for Edmond, for Oklahoma, and for the rest of the world. And you know what? Let's have those hard conversations. It's just conversations, but let's just make us all better.